There was a popular convention artist that went and did a whole bunch of egregious things, like stealing from a lot of artists. And we have an update as to where this guy is now. And unfortunately, it's not a good update. In case you don't know who this artist is, we are talking about an artist who goes by the handle Christopher Roku Coates, or Roku Star being their Instagram alias. Now, again, don't send hate to any parties involved. Second disclaimer, ignore the hair because it's really greasy. I don't have the energy to go wash it right now. Number three, if I sound funny, I have 21 sores in my mouth. Yay. Don't eat weird chocolate bars with mystery crystals in it. Okay, it completely cut up my mouth. So it's kind of hard to talk. But this was a post made by artist Revenant that was posted last year, almost last year to the date, actually. And Revenant was bringing awareness to Christopher Roke's insane amounts of art theft. So here we have Revenant's artwork. This is Christopher's artwork in heavy quotes. And look, it is overlapping 1-to-1. And then you're gonna be like, oh, well, like the hands are different, right? So this might not be stolen artwork. Maybe he took some liberties. The hands were actually also stolen from this artist, Koji Taru. From this piece, yeah, bro just like took two art pieces, overlaid them on top of each other, and then combined the two to create his new drawing. Life lesson, guys, for references and how to reference artwork, that's not what you're supposed to do. Don't take two art pieces, stack them on top of each other, trace the hands of one, and trace the body of the other, and call it a new piece. That's not a new piece, you just traced two different pieces. But yeah, it was an absolutely egregious amount of art theft. Stole from an artist named Asia Ladowska, right? Left being Asia's work, right being Chris's work, more art theft, more art theft, more art. It's egregious. I have a whole YouTube video about it. I'll link it down below. I'm just giving you the TLDR because that video was a year ago. So if you didn't see it, the TLDR of what happened was he was vending at a convention and then got like blocked from that convention due to the egregious amount of art theft that was happening. Got confronted, then deleted a whole bunch of stuff. He also had bold claims claiming that he worked on Hasman Hotel, Amazing Digital Circus, etc. But yeah, his guest appearance at a different convention was also canceled. Here's him literally posing with stolen artwork. It keeps going, etc. And we didn't really hear much about this guy for a hot minute, and maybe he was lying low, etc. And, you know, you might have the argument, oh, you know, people can learn and change and like grow and be better. It's up to the position of the artist who had their work stolen to forgive this guy. That's not up to me. But guess what? He's back. Oh, and normally, again, maybe, you know, like maybe he learned his lesson, stopped stealing a bunch of stuff, and then, you know, is learning to draw his own art because he does sell live art drawings, right? Well, we have this post by user Isabolical writing, beware of this person in the artist alley. If anybody's going to WonderCon, which is actually a convention happening in Anaheim this weekend, Isabolical writes, be wary buying from this person, as he is known to steal art, trace AI, and edit over it. So here's a picture of Christopher's booth with a whole bunch of art pieces. A photo of the booth where he's gone with some art pieces visible, right? Here's a close-up of the artwork being sold. This is their Instagram. And again, don't send hate to any parties involved, okay? But on one glance, you can tell that this is most definitely suspicious. And I'm not saying this in the sense of if you're an artist and you experiment with a bunch of different art styles, that means you're a walking red flag. No, I'm not saying that, okay? The reason that I'm talking about this specifically in the case of this person is because they've already been exposed for tracing people in the past. So I would not put it past them to do other disingenuous means like AI generating images and passing it off as their own artwork. Things that are suspicious with this account is one, the traced artwork is literally still there. It has not been deleted. It is literally still on bro's page. That's already a red flag of you probably do not care if you didn't bother to actually remove the offending pieces. But secondly, the art style is so drastically different. Like we have this type of oil painting type pieces, two of them. These are like the only two in this style amongst the entire page. A lot of super graphic poster-esque work, like kind of grungy looking, and then super anime looking artwork. And then we come down to pieces that look more hand-drawn, but then the art style is vastly different. Forgot to add this piece here by Lady G Valentine that Chris just traced and stole. That's also still there. But looking at these other art pieces, some of these look mad suspicious, man. For one, we have like a piece like this, which because of the amount of textures and stuff going on here, it's a little bit harder to distinguish like, oh, is this AI? Is this not right? But take a look at what's happening, okay? We have this character that's holding a sword or something in one hand and then a book in the other hand. The fingers are all garbled up around the book. Now, the background has what looks to be Chinese characters or Japanese characters. Here, I read Chinese, right? This is not a character in Chinese. It's trying to be, but it's not. This is a character in Chinese, but this one is also not, the one above it. This is not a character in Chinese, and neither are either of these. This, if you omit this line here, would actually be a character, but with the line, it's not. And, you know, Japanese uses a lot of Chinese characters in the language as well. If you read Chinese and you go to Japan, you can kind of make out what some things are based off the Chinese characters. Sometimes there's a bit of a different meaning, but regardless, none of these are actual characters. You know what I mean? So, like, this is already giving suspicious because if you're an artist and you want to add Japanese characters in the background, I don't know, you would probably look something up and then copy the character. Like, these are almost a character. It's close, but it's not quite there. And then again, weird detail happening in the background. Is this a skull? Is this a skull and a snake? What is this? What are these words? These are not English. These are not a language. And then here, this text is correct, right? But then emotions. But what are this? What's this other stuff? Like, is this Russian, English? Like, what are these characters now? Another piece where one, this pink character is missing the other arm, but maybe it's intentional. Some artists, you know, they would hide an arm to not draw it. Everybody does that. But the fingers of this character, they're all just bleeding into each other. And then these pieces. Again, I just want to add a disclaimer, right? Because like there are plenty of artists who draw in a variety of different art styles. 1, 2, 3 fingers on one hand. Maybe the other finger is hidden. If the hands don't make you suspicious, may I draw your attention to the green stem coming out of the pinky finger on this hand. Because why is that there? Not to mention the stem just does not line up like at all. The flower is here. Like if the stem was vertical, it would be going down here. Held through these hands, the flower would probably be pointing inwards and come out through the fingers like this. Just it's all completely off. And again, right? Like if you can render to this degree of skill, I would assume you could draw a straight line. And then we have this, which is the most egregious and the most obvious example. Again, we have like Chinese characters up here, right? That again are not a Chinese character. Like this is a Chinese character, but this one, it's trying to be a character, but then you can see here, like it's bleeding. So it does not look like this. It's almost there, but it's not quite a Chinese character. And then we have Korean down here for some reason. And then the flower that's not a flower, the heart that's not a heart, the lightning bolt that's not a lightning bolt. Like, oh my lord. Not to mention, again, the weird, awkward angles happening here. That work is still being sold here, right? That Helluva Boss one, the one with the funky fingers holding the book, that's here. And on the WonderCon page, under his exhibitor name, Chris Coates, it writes, Chris Coates is represented by Eva Inc. Artist Group and is available for commissions. And if you go to their website, right, Chris is not here, not visible at all. So is he secretly still being represented by them? Is he name dropping them to get a little bit of credibility after they've dropped him? Who knows? He's not on the website under comic artists. There's a bit of an update to the Chris Coates situation because more stuff was posted. Specifically, we had this post from user Ashley Nichols, who is the voice actor of Zubul in Digital Circus. And Ashley writes, this guy is literally selling traced versions of one of my old Honeycast livestream thumbnails. This is the thumbnail, really, really cute here. And that is actually the trace thumbnail across 2 different pages. But regardless, it is the trace thumbnail. This dude is still tracing. So not only is this person still selling AI generated works, at least works that I personally suspect to be AI generated. You can have your own opinions about this, but works that are still traced off of people, which is wildly absurd, to be honest. And another user adds, this guy also claims to be an actual animator or artist for multiple different shows and comics, by the way. Got exposed last year. This is what his profile looked like then and shows no signs of changing. It says Christopher has worked on Hazbin Hotel, Helluva Boss, Amazing Digital Circus, My Hero Academia, etc, etc, etc. They added a correction that this was the profile screenshot for one of his appearances at a convention. And other people again were posting photos of his table spread, right? And this person writes, Japanese speaker here. Left Vox says Tokyo Helluva Boss, and the right Vox has Japanese next to the word execute that isn't even Japanese. This is AI Slob. The title of the show in Japanese keeps changing. So here we have the side by side, which again, some of these were posted literally to his Instagram page. And this is what makes me feel like this is AI generated, in my humble opinion, because if you're going to put text on your graphic, would you not Google translate the words, ask a Japanese speaking friend to translate it for you, look up the official Japanese title of the media you are trying to draw and then copy that and paste it there? But as somebody who can read Chinese, the words were not Chinese. And according to this Japanese speaker, these are not fully Japanese either. Other people in the comments added their suspicions. This person writes, they also seem to have pretty much stolen the official Gravity vinyl artwork too. So it's no longer fan art. So this is the official Gravity vinyl artwork Oh, this is so pretty. And you can see that here. Because his other works in this style, I suspect are AI generated. I wouldn't put it past if this is also AI generated as well, because it is in the same style as the other ones. But yeah, that's looking really similar. And another person adds, they also stole Bryce's autograph signing prints. So that's this one, Look My Way, signed by Bryce Pinkham, designed by Silent Zouds. Oh, so cute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, that's not making me feel that confident. Why does it line up so closely? Hello? It's not exactly one to one, but this is suspiciously close. Honestly, it is absurd the level of audacity that some people have where you are blatantly stealing and tracing somebody else's work. You get caught for all of that, right? But not only do you get caught for blatantly stealing and tracing, you literally do, I don't know, nothing about it, continue to attend conventions while still selling suspected AI generated work and work that is still traced off of other people's stuff. The criminal part about all of this to me is the fact that if you go to their page, the traced artwork is still visible on their Instagram. That Pommy piece is still there alongside this one that is also suspected of being Frankenstein together by other people's work. It's like the most diabolical level of I do not care, screw you guys, I'm just gonna keep doing whatever I'm doing. Don't send hate to any parties involved, don't do that, guys. But I truly hope this person stops tracing and stops trying to pass off illegitimate work as legitimate when it's not. So what are your thoughts about this entire thing? And again, please send love to the affected artists who had their work unfortunately taken and stolen by this individual. If you like this video, I appreciate it. If you like and subscribe, don't forget to check me out on Etsy or Coffee. I have digital art there for streamers and creators. I am cooking up some merch, so I am wearing one of the shirts right now. Cats having tea. Yippee! Because I like cats. And yeah, I stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays and Saturdays at 6 p.m. or Thursdays at 7:30. I hope to catch y'all there or in another video.